With this, I would like to request our respected director, Sir Dr. Rishi Asthana, to kindly address and welcome our speaker for the session.
First of all, thank you very much, Akansha, for letting me to welcome renowned faculty of the, you can say, in the Northern India. Thank you very much, sir, for first invite. Hello, am I audible to everyone?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation. First of all, on the behalf of Goel Institute of Technology and Management, as well as on the behalf of our Honorable Chairman, sir, I welcome you here in the FDP. Sir, you are kind enough to accept our invitation. You will be glad to know that this faculty development program was started on 26th of this December, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor of the AKTU, Professor Vinay Pathak sir, has inaugurated this FDP. And there were some dignitaries were present, like Dean of the AKTU, as well as the Head of Department IIT BHU, Dr. Rajiv Srivastava. He is in the computer science department. He was present in the inauguration session, and he has taken the first session also. For continuously four days, we had around 10-11 brainstorming sessions here of the different faculties, and today is the last day of this our FDP. One session we already have. It was from Dr. Rajiv Tripathi from NIT Delhi only, and now from the Delhi you are here. So welcome again to this FDP, and I know that you will be enlightening this crowd. These faculty members of the AKTU as well as some research scholars are there. You will be sharing your experiences about the data science, and let the our faculty knows what are the advancement we are having in the field of data science. Thank you, sir, and let us start our session, and then we will have a talk with you again.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Just a moment. Akansha ma'am, am I audible and is my screen visible there?
Yes, your screen is visible and you're audible also.
Yeah, thank you very much, Akansha ma'am. Thank you very much, Director sir, for your enlightening words. In fact, I have been following this workshop for the last 1 week. I have seen all the sessions also. Wonderful sessions and wonderful audience also, with wonderful set of questions and wonderful college. So it's always wonderful to teach wonderful teachers, and when it is the research scholars and teachers, the responsibility is always higher. But I'll be summarizing whatever we have been studying in last 1 week through this FDP. I'll be revisiting that in my slides. You'd find some repetitions there, but it is because all of the technology, everything is so intermingled now, that everything that we are getting through big data or data analytics or cloud computing or real-time processing, everything is coming, cybersecurity, everything is now coming closer. And now we are into one loop where one is dependent on the another, and we have to study almost everything. So throughout these sessions, I've been following machine learning, whether you were being taught clustering or classification, or you were taught Python or R by some of those wonderful teachers. So I think I'll be revisiting everything wherever, and towards the end of my session, I would send you some material on Brijesh sir's mail ID, and that would be something where I have taken my real data, real life data. I'm not taking the data from the world, from the CSV files or the data sets from the world. I've been taking it on my own data. In fact, I have been working on a project of smart agriculture, where we have been working on blockchaining and also on data analytics in agricultural field. So we are working on that project. I'll pass some code also, So you would be seeing where we talking about real data, where actual data. We're not talking about some dummy data downloaded from the internet and we are just working on it, just generating a few graphs and then linear graphs, linear regression, correlation, everything. The statistical part also you covered in the first few sessions. So I would try to send you the material where you will go through that material and you'll find a very small snippets of code plus some very small databases where you would be able to run them. I'll be sending you the basically the Colab notebook, so you can run it directly on Colab. And towards the end, I'll tell you about Colab also. It's Collaboratory Lab by the Googles. So let me start it with the data analytics. I'm going to talk about data science first. So I'm Dr. Ehtaram Raza Khan. I'm representing Jamia Hamdard. It is one of those institutions of eminence awarded by MHRD, Government of India. So we have wonderful set of researchers there, wonderful set of facilities there for research. I'll be talking about the research part also. We'll interact with the research scholars also if you wish. And we'll open up certain avenues so that you can always work on smart agriculture or you can work on forecasting for the businesses and all. So those snippets when I send you, and I give you my mail ID. So I'll give it the mail ID and then there you can always interact with me. So let me first start with data science. As I said, you'd find repetitions also, but then we'll be coming across some very interesting facts and literature about this. So throughout my layout, it would be data, big data, the challenges that we face. We would be talking about data science, introduction to it, and why data science is required. What do the data scientists do, and what are the major concentrations in data science? And once we are through with this, then I'll take you across to the real life where we are working on data analytics and how real-time data analytics is making everything so popular, so feasible, and so successful. So Netflix and all, if you find, I'll be talking about slightly about agile computing, where agile computing is something where it has changed software engineering totally. And there also we'll be talking about analytics throughout the session. So you'll find something or the other in the session. So please be patient enough to go through this other session. So data is all around us. Lots of data is being collected and warehoused. So now you would say, where are we finding the data? Everyone is listening about smart cities. When we talk about smart cities, it is a smart, everything is becoming smart. So everywhere we want data. So the kind of data that we'll be having would be the web data. There are every organization have their own websites. They have multiple websites. In fact, now, according to their apps, then e-commerce sites are there. Financial transactions are being conducted now on the internet only. Yeah, please keep the mic on mute. I've requested the audience. Towards the end of the session, I'll keep up the queries and every question would be answered in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Sorry, but it creates a slight disturbance as when the sound comes from the background. I'd request everyone to please, Tamir Alam. Yeah, so thank you, Tamir. I know it happens when mistake in between, when we have multiple screens on the board. So lots of data is being collected and warehoused. Now, where is this data coming from? It is coming from the websites, it's coming from e-commerce sites, financial transactions. We are almost doing all the transactions now financially also on the internet. And since COVID broke out, COVID has taken us to the forefront of online transactions, online teaching, online banking. Everything has become online because we are not supposed to move out during lockdown. So even further, we can see that the data transactions have increased many folds. It's 20 times, in fact, they have increased over the COVID period. then bank and credit transactions, online trading and purchasing. So online shopping, online purchasing, social networking that we are using. We upload our photos, we look at our other photographs, we upload the videos. There's so much of data that is being circulated on the internet and the social media. So it's data all around us. Let us see how much data. If you look at on the screen, you would find that Google processes 20 bytes a day. Facebook has 60 terabytes of daily logs. eBay has again petabytes of data, then terabytes. So data is in such a large amount. I'll just take you to the next slide where I would talk about the different applications and the kind of data they require. But before that, big data is any data that is expensive to manage and hard to extract or value from because of the factors like it's voluminous, the velocity is very large, variety and complexity is always there. If you look at the last line, the diversity of sources, formats, quality, and structures. Sources are different. Someone is using a simple YouTube, someone is using different format of video, then your file formats are all different. When you open certain format, download and open certain format, you see that this format is not supported on your system. So we have lots of challenges, and these are the properties of big data. It's voluminous, the velocity, like the speed with which they come to us is very large, and variety and complexity is always there. Now, this is the slide that I wanted to discuss. If you look at this spiral, you would find there is KB. We were very happy with KB. When I started computer science, if we had the memory in kilobytes, I was very happy. This is enough. I have a floppy drive and I can load it on floppy drive and I can move around very proudly that I have my data on the floppy drive. And then gone are the days. Now you have pen drives. Again, they touched MBs, then they touched GB, and then terabytes, petabytes. So as the spiral is moving outwards, you can see that our applications are becoming different. So if you look at it, initially we were only happy in the middle of the circle. If you see, we were happy with creating tables, creating batch jobs, creating reports. We were very happy. The management used to call us, okay, come on and give me the reports of the things, the commodities that we sold today. Give me the list of students who have paid the fees today or in past 1 week. So these were the kind of reports, and we were very happy with this. So as the things have progressed, if you look at the outer spiral of this, and that's where the focus of your FDP has been on real-time systems. If you look at that, when real-time systems have come into their marketing automation, social technology, automated demand generation, mobile apps, you're talking about webs, you're talking about videos, you're talking about Netflix, you're talking about Hotstar, you're talking about everything we are talking about now. And all of a sudden, everything has gone online. Everything has, even a small kid in our family, he can play games. And when he is playing games with just 2 thumbs, they don't know anything about the mobile. They don't know anything about computers, but they just know that they can use the 2 thumbs to press 2 buttons there in the games. And they are playing games. They're playing PUBG. They're playing every kind of game. They're playing dinosaurs and all. And if you ask them, even a 2-year kid, what is this? He'll tell you, Papa, this is a dinosaur. So this is the kind of awareness that has come across. And with this awareness have come across the headache of getting more and more. And since now the technology has become cheaper, we can buy the best of laptops for 60,000, 70,000 or 1 lakh. I think we get everything in that, and every kind of work in a business or in a educational institute we can do based on that. If we take the best of mobiles, we don't even need to get across to the laptop and type the mail. We are doing everything on our mobile phone. So that is the requirement that has come across the data, and data is moving very fast. So if you look across the types of data we have, we were very happy earlier with relational data. We are all knowing about RDBMS. There were tables, transaction logs, legacy data. Then the text data from the webs, semi-structured data from the XML sheets, then the graph data that we get from the sites, social networks, semantic webs in form of RDF. As we said, the formats are very different. The data formats, one one organization is following some format, some college is following other format. So the formats are all very diversified. So that's where the challenge always come up. Like how do we manipulate the data that we have, big data. So big data have their own frameworks that you have been studying all these 4 to 5 days. You have been talking about different frameworks for big data, different frameworks for real-time systems. Someone must have taught you about streaming data. When streaming data is there, the manipulation of this, the processing of this even becomes a bigger challenge. So we have the kind of data that is constantly pouring to us. And that's where we will have to work on this. And incidentally, I think we have been doing wonderfully in the field of data analytics. Unfortunately, we were let down in the times of COVID. We were not able to predict something. We talk about predictive, we talk about collaborative, we talk about prescriptive analytics, but somewhere down the line, we failed miserably during the first March to July. We miserably failed. And throughout the world, we failed. And the data scientists and the analysts, then they sat together. And now if you find the situation improving, that's because of the part the data analytics has have taken over. And now they're working on solutions. Now the solutions are getting real time. And now they can instantly, if they can just instantly monitor how many patients have come from England right now with the latest strain of COVID. Now they are constantly working on data. Now they know exactly 3 people have gone to Punjab, 10 people have gone to Delhi, and 1 has gone to, let's say, a distant state or distant place. So that's where I find that data analytics has a very big role whenever we are talking about any kind of social distress that we have, the pandemic that we have. And I'll be talking more on the real life situations. But before that, let me just take you through my slides. I have 3 sets of slides where first I'll be talking about what I am talking about, big data and where we are using. And then I'll take you to my work where we are talking about how data analytics has been helping me and my students and my faculty. So if you look at it, what to do with this data, with these kinds of big data that we have. You have the first session, you had in fact the first session in your FDP on statistics, or you can aggregate them, aggregation and statistics, indexing, searching and querying. We can always perform on the kind of data. Then knowledge discovery is another very important field on this, where we are talking about statistical modeling and data mining. So we are working constantly on data. We are using our statistical modules. You must be very familiar with the statistical regression, correlation, and then the deviation and all. So that's where it comes very handy. So those who have the prior knowledge of statistics, those who are having mathematics background, I think they can be wonderful data scientists. If they know computers also, they can take this to a new level, because when as a computer scientist or as a computer literate, if I have to learn statistics separately, I think those who already know that, they can even go beyond that. That's where I'll be talking about in my own application. Smart agriculture, I've been using statistical packages also. I have used Python, in fact, and then blockchaining I'm doing. How we are doing, we'll discuss. So if we talk about data science, it's an area that manages, manipulates, extracts, and interprets knowledge from tremendous amount of data. So that's why when we say we have such a large amount of data, we'll have to manage it. And once after managing, storing it, we have to manipulate it according to the frameworks that we have. We have to extract the features. We have to extract the identical features that are not required has to be removed. And then we can interpret the knowledge from the tremendous amount of data. We'll be coming up with solutions. We'll be coming up with inferences. So that's where data science has been playing a big role. Data science is a multidisciplinary field of study with the goal to address the challenges in big data. So it's a multidisciplinary field of study. As I said, it's a combination of stats, it's a combination of maths, computer science, humanities, management, all put together. Now we are so much interleaved in studies that if we are going through for a business application, we are talking these days about business 4.0. We are talking about society 5.0. where we're talking about smart cities, we're talking about smart businesses with AI and blockchaining taking over the businesses on a whole. And Japan is going for Society 5.0 and all. So if we just talk about that, so we have to put across every discipline into action. So that's where we'll be discussing in future slides. Data science is a multidisciplinary field of study with a goal to address the challenges in big data. Data science principles apply to all data, big and small. So we will be applying it. I'll show you my snippet also, send you the data. Please work on that. I'll give my mail ID also. Always feel free, because I have taken a very small data set of my own village, of my own agriculture products, and then I have put every model, Python AI model onto that. So that I'll be discussing. I'll be sending you across to you. So if it just, this is the repetition. We are talking about computer science, we are talking about mathematics, we are talking about statistics, and we are just putting them together. And if you look at the screen, this summarizes everything. And throughout your 5 days, 6 days that you have been doing this FDP, and you have been doing other FDPs from Atal FDPs and all, where the stuff has been wonderful, and we have been taking constant lectures in those streams. So in a way, COVID has given us 1 year where we all have studied, we all have increased our knowledge. So if you look at the screen, data science is multidisciplinary. If we say in the middle of the screen, you'll find data science, and then everywhere you'll find oval shapes, your pattern recognition, statistics, visualizations, databases, processing, data mining, KDD, machine learning, neurocomputing, and outer spiral. If you see, you will find from the business perspective, business strategy, domain knowledge, communication, presentation, problem solving, business analysis, and then strategies and all. So that's where I said agile computing has picked up, and we all are using Netflix, agreed. So on a Netflix, if you see, there is some new feature being added to Netflix. After an hour or so, after 2 hours or 3 hours or half a day, you'll find the same happening on Hot, the Tata Sky, and the other service providers. You'd find just complete changes according to the competitors. Now, how is this happening? This is happening because this business model, this agile model is there. Constantly it is there. And they take the feedback from the customers, they design the system and release within 2 or 3 hours, they release it. But it usually takes 15 to 20 days in agile to have their and then to have the team, the scrum, and then solve the problem based on that. So my stress is that data analytics has a very big role in agile computing, in a way that data analytics will give the instant feedback, time feedback to the of the competitors to the market leaders, and they come up with, like, if Jio is come up with something, Airtel will soon come up with something based on that data analytics only, based on that research only. So it's a wonderful, wonderful combination. We are learning machine learning, we are going through supervised learning, unsupervised learning, everything is coming into role now. So I would just move forward from here. We have seen now this is multidisciplinary. We are everywhere, we are using, everywhere it is there. We are even talking of hackers now, and that's where your FDP has been wonderful in putting every topic together. And I was surprised to see even cyber security being discussed. And that's where we have to talk about hackers' mindset also, because once these online things improve, online transactions starts many folds, there are hackers now trying to do everything to get our money, to get our resources. They would hack your systems and ask for ransom. You all must have heard about ransom, where the lecture must have taken you through. There was a case in Noida, and I have been involved with cybersecurity cell in Noida. So there was a case where someone's system was hacked and the ransom was asked. Now, that person didn't have the backup. So it's always better to have the backup of your, whatever you do, keep a backup of that. Even if someone takes away your system by force, you can just reload it. You can just format it and reload, and your work will, one or two days of work will get wasted otherwise. You don't have to pay in bitcoins and all the lakhs and lakhs of rupees asked for ransom. So that's where, whenever we are talking about analytics, real-time analytics, and these kind of transactions, we'll have to think from the hacker's point of view also. So that's where this FDP, I would say, is a wonderful content being imparted in this. So real-time companies, real life examples, companies learn from your secrets, from your shopping patterns and preferences. You buy one shoe from the internet, and immediately below your screen, you'll find lots of other names pop up. You can also look at Lotto. You can also look at Banneter. You can also look at Woodland. You can also look at other shoe brands. So that's where we'll be talking in future slides. We'll again talk on these secrets, real life analytics. So data science and elections, it's a history now. Trump came into power because of data analytics. They've made a use of wonderful analytics. Again, Modi ji won in 2014. When Modi ji won, he won because of the strong election campaign, which was the handiwork of wonderful analytics. So they picked up the analytics. They are still working wonderfully on analytics, and they are succeeding. So that's where I find that Congress has been sidelined, because one of the factor has been the use of analytics that they are using. Similarly, Aam Aadmi Party has been using analytics. Whatever professionals they have put up. I have sent 4 of my students in these elections, Delhi elections, to work for them. But they didn't give the internal details. But I got the feedback from my students 3 months before that AAP is winning. Not by that much margin, but AAP is winning. So that's where analytics predicts. That's where analytics will just give you the picture. Like, they will go to every instance of data, every bits and coins of data, and they'll come out with a solution. So this is my experience. I was just sharing about Aam Aadmi Party, nothing political about it. But from 4 of my students, I get that feedback that Aam Aadmi Party is winning. And even after BJP putting up so much power in Delhi, with Amit Shah and everyone going there to Delhi, and is still getting defeated, whereas in no other part of India, they're getting defeated. But Delhi, they got defeated. And that's because analytics played a very big role in Arvind Kejriwal's success. So data scientists, it's the greatest job of the 21st century. They find stories. They extract the knowledge from them, and they are not reporters. So that's where this set of PPTs, I'll conclude, then I'll move with my own PPT presentation. So if you look at this last line, this will summarize what the role of data scientist is and what are we doing as a whole. What are we doing? What are we trying to achieve? So if they find the stories, they extract the knowledge from these stories. So not everyone can be a data scientist, just as not everyone can be a leader, not everyone can become a prime minister, not everyone can become the CEO of a company. Those people have something different. Similarly, data scientists have something different in them. Whenever they find the stories, they try to extract something from it. They try to extract knowledge from this. They're just not reporters, just reporting everything in a newspaper. Ye hua and everything is over. But they will extract the knowledge. They will come out with certain conclusions from the inferences. And that's what we are paying them for. That's why we are paying so heavily. We are investing so heavily in data science, in data analytics. So data scientists are the key to realizing the opportunities presented by big data. They bring structure to it, find compelling patterns in it. That's where you have studied in FDP. They were searching for patterns and advise executives on the implications for products, processes, and decisions. What do scientists do? Data scientists do. They have been helping up in national security. Now, this is one factor which we all will agree that bomb blast in last 7, 8, 10 years have come down drastically in India. I think barring 1 or 2 in Jammu Kashmir, there haven't been any blast or so. Ajit Doval has been working very highly on these analytics and all, the feedbacks and all. So the national security, if you say, has becomes stronger with real-time data analytics. Cybersecurity has got stronger. Business analytics has become powerful. Businesses are benefiting from this, and now they are all over the world. They are competing with the brands in engineering and healthcare. They are working on it. This healthcare again is a very bigger field where data analytics is focusing on. There are lots and lots of research avenues on healthcare, because healthcare is a topic which will be there always. We'll always be having our health problems, and especially in COVID. Now this healthcare is a boom. You write a research paper and it gets published within 5 days, 7 days in the best of journals with the highest of impact factor, and get published because people are interested. People are scared right now. If you write anything about COVID, about the solution, everyone will understand. Everyone will try to read it. Why read it? Because they want to take something out from it. And that's where analytics has a very big role in healthcare. And that's where, as I said, after July, data scientists and the data analytics have really sat down together, and the things are improving on that ground. And if we say India hasn't been badly affected as the other America was affected or Italy was affected, that's because of, in spite of the huge population that we have. So a big role that they have to play. These are the kind of stuffs that you have studied during this week: mathematics and applied mathematics for data science. You have talked about statistics, you talked about R, Python, you talked about data mining, database storage, machine learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, discovery of patterns, and all. So that's where data science is concentrating on. I've just asked Akansha ma'am if I have been audible throughout. I'll be starting my second set of presentation. Akansha ma'am, have I been audible? If anyone can just remind me from there, have I been audible?
Yes, sir, it's fine, sir.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, thank you so much, sir. It's better to ask in between. Yes, sir. So I'm starting with my second set of presentation, and this is again will be very interesting and will give you lots of insight to study after the session is over. This will give you something to go back and just try and get in touch again. So if you see the screen, just starting the slideshow. So just a moment. So as I said, those who have joined later, I'm Dr. Ehtaram Raza Khan. I'm representing Jamia Hamdard from Delhi. It's one of the Center of Eminence awarded by MHRD Government of India. And my session today has been on data science, on data analytics. We are talking about data science, and the topic that I have in fact proposed for this session was the application areas and the emergence of data analytics as a winner in real world scenario. So real-time systems, we'll be talking about real-time systems here, where we have been successful, where we have been unsuccessful, what we can do more to get even a better success rate. In fact, this is one of the organizations where you can always log in. This is a Egypt-based organization for which we have been working. In fact, I have been involved with this, and I have been getting lots of projects from this company, from this organization, Scientific Innovation and Research Group. And they have been giving us the projects to work on, and we have been lucky enough to be involved with them. There is another organization, CWSIR, for which again we are collaborating, because this is the era of collaboration. So please try and collaborate with as much people as you can. Get into social network, get into touch with good people. And when I say good people, it is resourceful people. And when you talk about resourceful people, just get in touch with people who can give you the task, because when you get the task, you complete it and you gain the confidence that nothing can give you. Not anyone can give you a problem, but only a genuine person would give you a problem to solve. And once you give the solution back to that person, he or she becomes so happy that they'll give you more work. And more work would mean more research papers, and better research papers with impact factors and better publications. And instead of just reading from others, reading from following other people, he's doing this and that, just try and get into that groove now. Just try and get into the position where people follow you now. Because Lucknow is a wonderful place. This is a wonderful college. The Goyals Institute is a wonderful college. I have gone through the website, got the feedback from my relatives there in Lucknow. So you have all the facilities in the world, and now in COVID times, we have online classes mostly. So we have the option of sitting online for most of the period of time. So please get, if you want, you can get in touch with me also. I'll attach you to one or two very genuine researchers throughout the world. And they are giving problems, like someone gave me a problem with robotics, and I just solved that robotic problem, robotic automation, and then I sent them across. They were very happy. And 4 of my students now, they are just involved with that robotic project that we are doing in automation. So I'll give the mail ID. Always feel free to be in touch, because this is a era of collaborations. Gone are the days we are sitting standalone. I'll do on my own and I'm the master. No, we are not the masters anymore. Our group, our team is the master now. So that's where we'll have to focus on. Please go for the teamwork, go for team option, 3 or 4 people doing the best of projects. Indian government has been giving a lot of projects on Unnat Bharat. They've been giving on Unnat Bharat. They have been giving on these garbage dustbins. People are working on those projects. They are working on blockchaining. The projects have started. So please better don't sit and just rely on the books and the internet. Try and search for resources. And once you get the resources, I think sky's the limit for data scientists, for the teachers, and for the professors like you all. We are all wonderful teachers of our field. We are good in data structure. We are good in relational databases. We are good in data mining. We are good in every field. But then let's come out of the shell and try and explore. That's what I have been doing by getting enrolled with these organizations. So let me just move forward. We have already talked about a lot of data science, so not be focusing more on that. So data science is a blend of various tools, algorithms, and machine learning principles with the goal to discover hidden patterns from the raw data. Now, if we talk about that, we are talking about various tools. For 5 days, you've been talking about different tools for supervised learning, for unsupervised learning, the statistical tools for the calculations. So you have algorithms there and machine learning to solve these algorithms. So either it is supervised or unsupervised learning, whether it is Python or it's R or it's your what you're using, your own statistical packages, or even MATLAB we are using. So even those who are working on MATLAB, you can always go across and solve these problems. I'll give you the idea on MATLAB also. So data science is a multidisciplinary field. We have agreed now that it uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge. We are extracting knowledge from whatever data, whatever big data we have, whatever clusters of data we have. We are trying to extract data. We are going to come out from relevant data, relevant information, relevant to extract relevant knowledge and insights from the structured and unstructured data. Now, this is a big problem, as I said, structured data and unstructured data. You'll have to take out the patterns from them. So if you were to ask me, what do you mean by structured and unstructured data? So those who have been teaching management science, management structure is always a pyramid structure with the top level using the unstructured data and the lower level using structured data, where the decisions are almost the same. They come to the office, they do the data entry job, they do the assigned job and come up with the reports and show to the management. That is structured data. Like everything is known in advance. Fine, this has to be done. But when we are talking about unstructured data, this is being used by the top management, where we are talking about long-term plans, long-term goals, which product have to be launched, which product have to be stopped, which region have to be selected. Suppose something is popular in Punjab, it has to be invested in Punjab. Whichever thing is popular in Kerala, we have to focus on Kerala. We have to invest in Kerala. So these all problems, they're all making use of the kind of data which is both structured and unstructured. That is a big challenge whenever we are taking decisions from these data, and we'll be looking in future slides. I'll be moving in the preceding slides. We'll talk of that. So data science is a concept to unify statistics, data analysis, machine learning, and their related methods to come up with the solutions. Throughout the last 40 minutes, I think we have been focusing on this. So why do we need data science? If you look at this figure, 1980, 1990, and 2020. 2020, if you look at, you would find 2020 unstructured data. Now it is unstructured data, such a large amount of data, and that is all unstructured. If you look at 1990, or in between 1990 and 2000, you would find at the time I was studying in 1993, 1995, I completed MCA from AMU Aligarh. So that was a time where we used to have black systems. There were black systems, and we used to book the systems. There were mainframes there, Alpha and Gamma. And we have to book the systems 1 week in advance. So 1 week in advance, booking the systems, and then getting half an hour to work on the system. So we have to come up with the entire code we used to write on paper in form of algorithms, in form of flowcharts and all. And we used to go to the lab, and just half an hour, time was over, the system was taken away from us. So that's where we used to have so much kind of a burden on our mind. But now if you see, we have lots and lots of resources. Even on our laptop, we can do the entire processing. Our laptops are they're better than the mainframes of that time. So if you look at this screen, the structured data, if you find in 1990s, 1995, 96, it was more of a structured data. The computer people, they went to the offices, they had predefined task. Ye karna hai, aaj ye karna hai. Today they have to do this, and then they present the report to the management at 5 or early in the morning, and it's over. So now, since unstructured data is coming from all sources, everywhere, it's internet, social media. That's what I took in slide number 1. In the first set of slides, we said that data is coming at a velocity, at a speed with which, and it is unstructured, and we have to get something out of it. We have to take decisions on it. We have to run our company, and we have to get the profits also. Business means profit. So we have to come out with solutions. So that's where data science is getting across. If you look at the screen, and if you find the first word on the first sentence, the self-driving cars collect live data from the sensors, including radars, cameras, lasers, to create a map of the surrounding. Based on this data, it takes decision when to speed up, when to speed down, when to overtake, and blah, blah. So you can just read them, and they are making use of advanced machine learning algorithms. Now, I think we are 30 or 35 people attending this session right now. And if most of us, every one of us, in fact, now know about self-driving cars, and even these cars are on Indian roads now. So driverless cars I have seen in Delhi also, the Google cars and all. I have seen in other metros also, there were self-driving cars. So these are the cars which are learning from the sensors, from the radars, from the cameras. So they are creating a map of its own and just predicting, like, this is going to happen, here slow, here you have to be slow, here you have to be fast, and here you are. And this is all taking the help of data analytics, and again making use of advanced machine learning algorithms that you have studied in previous few days. So there have been machine learning algorithms which will help you to achieve. Just a moment. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah. If you look at the second one, weather forecasting. So if you look at weather forecasting, earlier in my childhood, I used to sit on Doordarshan's 9 o'clock bulletin, and we used to just wait for the forecast, and they used to come on the screen. Today it will happen, today it will rain in here in Kerala, today it will rain in Punjab, and also where are we getting the weather forecasting? So now if you see your mobile, you are going to your office, just as you are going on a lift, you just look at your mobile, and you find there is a message, it is sunshine, it will rain at 3. Everything is coming on your system, everything is coming on mobile, everything is coming, all making use of big data, all making use of algorithms, machine algorithms, all making use of analytics. So that's where we're getting data. If we all are using Google Maps, aren't we? We are all using use of whenever we are sitting in our car and taking a new route, we are just setting the Google Maps, and there's Google is telling you about 4 or 5 alternate routes. So wherever there is lesser traffic, it will divert you onto that side. And sometimes even in your mind, you say, "ये Google पागल हो गया है क्या? ये हमें कहाँ है पतली पतली गलियों में भेज रहा है? पागल है क्या?" So that's where the kind of thing is coming. So wherever they find less traffic and wherever they find the road is suitable enough for your car, they ask the option: are you on foot, are you on bus, or are you on a car? So once you take all those options properly, you get the correct feedback from Google Maps also. So no one among us would say that we haven't used this anyhow. We are all making use of the technology. We are all making use of our mobiles, our laptops, our sensor-based devices. Even in our cars, we have put the GPS. Everything is coming across on our monitors. So that's where I'd say that everything has got so popular now. And now this is the kind of market that is there for analytics. Please go through this. Number 1, travel. Number 2, marketing. That's where we are using data analytics and data science. Number 3, healthcare. Healthcare, it's a must now, as I said, in COVID times. Just getting to know which hospital has a free bed. You are going on analytics applications and all. Delhi government has put out applications. Central government has put applications for this. Then you'd find 4, social media, automation, credit and insurance, sales, and all. And you'd find on the leaves also, the branches also are there, like discount offering, how much discount is being offered by the company, the demand forecasting. This shirt is in demand. Now it is getting colder. Now these full sleeves t-shirt would be there. So demand forecasting would be there from our analytics system, from our data science systems. Similarly, if you look at credit and insurance, the claim predictions, fraud and risk detection. Similarly, in travel, we are talking about dynamic pricing, predicting flight delays. In marketing, we are talking about cross-selling, predicting lifetime of value of customer, sentiment analysis from social media, digital marketing, and so blah, blah. There are so many kinds of now requirements that we have in our mind we want from these systems, and these systems are functioning. We are all making use of these systems. Now, if you have to travel abroad, you're not going to the airports, you're not going to the embassies and all, you're sitting at your home, you're just clicking on the sites which are offering this, and the analytics will put everything in order and you will get the complete solution. So these are the kind of application areas, I would say, which have made everything so vulnerable now. Everything is there on your palm top. Even with the mobile phone, you are doing this. So if you look on the screen, data science is primarily used to take decisions and predictions, making use of predictive, causal analytics, prescriptive analytics, and machine learning. So when I say predictive analytics or prescriptive analytics, these are the 2 classes of analytics you must have gone through during these 4 or 5 days of sessions. Predictive, I'm predicting something like it's going to rain. Now there is a traffic on this road. The car has to slow down. Prescriptive, like a problem is coming, like COVID times. So we say prescriptive analytics has gained a lot of popularity, where we are doing something. If you go through it, a model which has the intelligence of taking its own decisions and the ability to modify it with dynamic parameters need prescriptive analytics for it. So the best example for this is Google's self-driving cars. So there are 2 classes of analytics that is prevalent now, predictive and prescriptive. I'll take examples there as the slides go and we go into real time. I'll take more on that. So if you compare these business intelligence, BI, versus data science, the difference is there. It's a tabular difference. So earlier we were relying basically on business intelligence and we were gaining out of it. By 2010, 2012, we were very happy with business intelligence. But all of a sudden, as I said, towards 2014 onwards and all, data science, data analytics, it has picked up. So if you look at data sources, business intelligence, it was usually structured. They were usually using SQL and they were using data warehouses. Data science is dealing with, in fact, both of the types of data, both structured and unstructured data. They're dealing with clouds, they're dealing with logs, they're even dealing with SQL, MySQL, NoSQL, then MongoDB. If you have heard the name MongoDB, so MongoDB is dealing with the databases for big data. So that's where everything is now coming in this framework. So the approach for business intelligence was statistics and visualization. And for data science, we are focusing on statistical models that we studied on the first day of this FDP, machine learning, graph analysis, NLP. Focus, business intelligence was past and present. And if you see, there's a clear demarcation here. We are looking at the present and future. So data science is looking for the future patterns, for the future concepts, what's going to happen future. That's where I said predictive. So we are going to predict. Now, what are the tools that business intelligence used? Pantaview, Microsoft BI, ClickView, R, and here, data science. They are using use of R, Python, RapidMiner, Weka, BigML, and there's so many tools that can be used. So even if you have a Python knowledge, you have R knowledge, you can basically work on small data sets. As I said, I'll be sending you the snippets of that. Please go through them. And wherever you have any doubt, you can always get connected with me. So I'll be giving you the introduction there in those snippets. It's a notebook basically, and the Colab code is there. So once you directly open it in Google Colab, they will directly open and they will run. I'll guide on that. So it's the life cycle of data science that you see on the screen. So it also has a life cycle, just like software development life cycle. We have a life cycle for data science also. Number one, discovery. We are going to discover data preparation. After the discovery, data preparation, modeling, model planning. What model are we going to take? Now, once we have the data, we are going to plan for the model building. Now, this is the kind of construction that takes place. We are talking about creating our own prototype, our own module, our own system. That is building our own system, like a software system for this, using Python or R or Weka and whatever. The frameworks, Hadoop is being used, MapReduce is being used for these applications. So that's where everything would be put across according to our needs. Smaller companies, they're just happy with Python and R because these are free of cost resources, but you can even buy for security purposes, privacy purposes, you can invest, and the Weka tools and all, they can always be bought. So if you look at the model building, and after model is complete, after the software or the module is complete, you test it and you operationalize it. Operationalize here would mean that bring it into operation and then get the feedback from the users. Sixth one is communicate the results. Now, the results have to be communicated to the management, to the stakeholders, not only the management, those who are busy, even our customers, they have to be intimated. They have to be communicated constantly. So you find in your mailbox, every day you get 10 or 15, 20 mails, which are of no use to you, but they have come from someone on whose side or from the service you have taken from them some other time. You have taken that service from them. Now they're following you up from your mail ID. They are sending you the communication results like we are improving, our products are in market, or this product is being recently launched. Please look into this and all. So I'll again revisit this. You can, once you go through the slides yourself after the session, I'll just pass on all the slides and all the material, all the code also. So there you can just go through them, and the theory also that's given. Phase 1, discovery. So we are going to discover, prepare the data, model planning, then building the model, operationalizing it, and communicating the result to the stakeholders and to the. So this is the explanation of those steps. As I said, you can go through them once you have time after the session. It's always been a very busy schedule for the teachers also, and 6 days to take out from your teaching schedule, it's always a very big thing. And I congratulate everyone for successfully investing 6 days in this. And I'm sure everyone will learn a lot from these 5 and 6 days. So operationalize and communicate the results of the. So coming across, if you see on the screen, I'll give you 5 or 10 minutes for the question answers also, and I'll interact also if you wish with my ID. But I think I'm on track. It's 12:26 still. So examples of data science that you see, Quora, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram feeds are the best example of data science. It's a mix of topics the user selected and feeds he or she might like based on what read, predictive stuff. That's why I use the word predictive. So just say once you go to these sites and to Twitter, to Facebook, you write something on the Facebook, you write something on the Twitter, you post something on Insta, some related stuff will come back to you. So that's where they're making use of predictive stuff. We are all making use of this. Do you know this Instagram that we are using? This was not like this. It was not this like we were only making use for uploading pics and all. It was made for some other purpose. But getting the feedback from the customers and all, that this is getting very popular. They have now constantly, they have totally made it like you can upload pics, you can upload clips, you can chat and all. So it has been made a chatting platform based of the feedback that they got from the analytics. So if you look at the second point, the product recommendations in any e-commerce site, you buy an earphone, you buy a shirt, you buy a trouser, and you get the product recommendations from different e-commerce sites. That again is analytics. Deep learning, for example, in neural networks, how synapses can be redefined, it's already a big success. You had a session on deep learning where we are making use of neural networks. And neural network, as I said, just need the inputs and the output. Only inputs and outputs are defined in a neural network. Everything else is done by the neural network inside. It's a box processing. So once you know the inputs, like these are the inputs, and I want this much output. The rest is going to be computed in deep learning by the neural network. So I give this example for you that I had my research, I had my PhD on cost estimation. So I developed a neural network model using deep learning, and that's where I use the COCOMO model. You all must have studied software engineering. We are all teachers. Constructive cost model, there you have 21, 22 parameters, input parameters. And I set those input parameters, and then I set the output like effort. And from those parameters, I could calculate the effort and the cost. And this was really something new. And some of the companies also, they got in touch about this model. And so that's where deep learning and these neural nets are even being used for calculating the effort and cost, calculating the testing efforts. In agility also, deep learning is again getting into picture. Deep learning is being used in vision, it's being used in object identification. So everything is taking place now. You heard the fourth line, the second last line, if you see, Siri, Amazon, Alexa, Google, Cortana, etc. are the speech recognition systems that are prevalent. Every one of us know Alexa. So must have seen that advertisement where the girl is asking Alexa to compute 2 plus 2, and the mother walks in. That girl was asking Alexa, what is 2 plus 2? So these are the kind of feedbacks. So now how does Alexa know what someone is asking? Now that is natural language processing. So their natural language processing of AI has been used, and these are the examples. And the Swift keyboard that we're using, the Google Gboard that we're using, they're all use of this concept. So coming back to this, if you have real applications that where data analytics, data science are being used, fraud and risk detection, Now this is being used for fraud and risk detection. Now even the banks are able to track down on the default on the people who have made the frauds in the bank. Even if you talk about looking at the kind of cyber attacks, the people taking out money using the OTPs and all, but the government has been able to crack down, the banks have been able to crack down, the organizations have been able to crack down because of the use of data science. Now, data science will help you better in a better way. As we say, we have seen on that screen, healthcare. Healthcare is another application area where this has a lot of future. Healthcare problems will always be there. Internet searching, we are all searching for internet, either for resources, either for our thesis work, even for our, let's say, products we want to buy. We are searching internet for everything. We are Googling for everything. There are multiple number of browsers, a multiple number of processors. There are multiple number of applications with us now, and we are constantly searching on the internet. Most of the time, even if we have gone to a party, we are sitting idle there in a party, we are constantly searching on our mobiles. And that's where, as I say, this is all use of data science. Now, targeted advertising is there. Targeted advertising, I'll come up with the examples, real life examples also. Website recommendations are there. Speech recognition is there. Airline route planning is there. Gaming, and another application that they have found has been in gaming. Now, gaming has never been such a big industry, and it has become industry because it has found clients, it's found the audience, and how the audience have been attracted. It has been attracted because the companies have been able to properly track down to those right domains. So they now exactly know where the gaming has to go. If a person is 17 or 18, PUBG is the craze. Everyone is playing PUBG. It's been banned now. So now looking for new games now. So Chinese game, when they were blocked, these young people or the small kids, they were so disappointed. Everything has come to a standstill. And that's where. So if you look at this, this is the explanation, but we won't be going into the reading everything on that. So risk, fraud, and risk detection is one field. Healthcare, as I said, is finding a lot of drug development has seen a lot of use of analytics, real-time analytics, virtual assistants for patients and customer support. They have been looking for virtual assistants. Now this has become the wheelchair has IoT devices in it. And even if the person who is disabled and doesn't have anyone with them for the care, he can just press the button on the chair, the wheelchair I mean, and on that chair, once he presses that button, that goes through IoT, it goes through the system, and sitting in your office, you can track that there is some problem there, and there you can just tell that person you can do this, you can do that, please eat this medicine, or if there is some orderly there at the house, some servant is there, you can make a call and instruct. So such is the assistance that has been. Now, if you look at this internet search, this is one of those application areas where we said Google, Yahoo, Bing, Ask, AOL, and all they are making use of it. If you look at this screen, you type the word cats, and once you type that word cats, and all the options will appear. It's cats musical, cats and dogs, cats for sale, musical songs. How it has happened? This is all analytics. This is all data science and analytics. You're getting your the other options also, what you might. So it helps us in not typing the rest of the sentence, and you can just use that keyword. Targeted advertising is there. They are making use of data science. Now this is the kind of target advertising I meant. Netflix is making use of it. You can find your dream job, certifications, and something on clothing ranges and all. So these are all target audiences, and once they know your patterns, they will constantly revisit your mailboxes, on your screens. You'll see the popped up messages and all because of analytics. Then website recommendations If we look at Amazon, Twitter, Google Play, Netflix, LinkedIn, IMDb. So if you are buying a headphone and they'll give you so many other headphones, compare with similar items, and they will even show the cost of it, the price of it. Now, the product you're buying is for 20,000 bucks. We have a product for 19,000. We have a product for even 10,000. So that's where you have multiple options. And this is all happening in real time. So obviously, then speech recognition, as we said, Alexa, you say something, and even your phones, the mobile phones that you're using, if you just speak something, your Google Assistant is there, Google Voice is there, your assistant is there, and that work will be done. And he will ask you, the system will ask you, what do you want to do? What do you want me to do? So this is all speech recognition, natural language processing, another field of AI, which in combination with your data science and analytics will give you wonderful results. Similarly, airline reservation, airline route planning, they are all gaining from data science. Their businesses have increased. Forget about the COVID times where we are not having the flights right now. Otherwise, these fields, airlines, railways, banking, they have extracted the maximum from analytics. Then gaming is another field. As I said, you play different games. It's another field where games are now designed using machine learning algorithms which improve and upgrade themselves as the player moves up to a level. Now, you're playing, you're at level 1, and then once you succeed, you move to level number 2, level number 3. And how is it happening? How does the system understand you have passed it? How is the system getting to know what are your likings, what are your dislikings? So based on your patterns that you use, the system is automatically using machine learning algorithms. So this was I take one more, just to give me 10 more minutes. Then we'll have the question answers also and show you one video also. And one collab presentation also. I'll just show it to you before leaving. I'll drop a lot of snippets for you. And my real life code. So please go through that in a notebook. So it's 12:40, and it'll take 10 minutes to complete this, and then we'll have the interaction with you. So, as I said, the road ahead, the data science has been very popular. We have witnessed winning elections based on this. We are having successful businesses now. Everything is succeeding and our profits are rising. Similarly, for researchers and all, we are making wonderful use of these tools. So where are the success stories? And let's see. Just a moment. Let me just put this on the screen. Yeah. So here's how machine learning and analytics have transformed Big Basket into a smart basket. So if you go through this, online grocers are going all out to attract modern shoppers, and helping them in this endeavor are new age technologies. You have heard the name Big Basket. Shah Rukh Khan doing an ad for Big Basket. Then you have Grofers.com. Grofers is doing a wonderful job. So they have become modern shoppers. You order for something, and by evening, or even 2 or 3 hours, if you go for urgent delivery, you get these products and quality products at your doorstep. So that's where it has helped in COVID times also. You don't have to go out in lockdowns. You don't have to go out whenever the Prime Minister has been asking us not to go out. And that same ad which we are listening from Amitabh Bachchan, थोड़ी सी ढिलाई नहीं जब तक दवाई नहीं. So if you look at that, so these online groceries are a big hit now. Big Baskets is leveraging AI, machine learning, and analytics to streamline logistics and enhance customer experience. So what product is needed, what product is not needed. So everything has been leveraged now into one. If we look at what the head of analytics, Big Basket, says, we are an e-commerce business where data is a new driving fuel. So data is a new fuel now. We leverage data-driven capabilities from several channels. Data is collected from transactions, customer preference, shopping behavior, etc., to build a variety of algorithms, statistical, deep learning, and machine learning. All these algorithms are used for different use cases, says Subramanian MS, head of analytics, Big Basket. And we all know Big Basket is a big name now. They have gone for real-time analytics, and they are reaping the harvest out of this. Next name that comes to us is Coca-Cola. The company collects data on its customers to boost current consumption and upsell new products, which has led to more efficient operation that cuts costs and boosts profits. As consumers share their opinions of the product through social media, phone, or email, it allows the company to adjust its approach and better align with customer interest and demands. The data the company collects is aimed at improving the brand experience and developing a greater customer loyalty. Now, if you just open your refrigerator, you'll find Coca-Cola. Every variant of Coca-Cola is there. All other companies, they're all gone. Now, that is a success story of Coca-Cola. They have learned, they have done the business sensibly. They have taken over other companies also in the meantime. So Netflix, now this is one of those companies which I've been throughout referring in my sessions. The large amount of data collected on it, it's more than 58 million subscribers, is used to create Netflix recommendation algorithm, which has been found to be successful in predicting what people will watch. The latest Netflix series is not being made because a producer and a divine inspiration or a moment of necessity, but because a data model says it will work. Now, this has been said by Enrique Dance, who teaches innovation at IE Business School. That gives the company a big leg up on competition, such as big entertainment companies like Disney and other streamers such as Hulu. Now, as the line said, because the data model says so, it will work. We are going for it. So Netflix is a big success using the best of machine algorithms. This is a chain of hotels, Marriott, and more than 6,000 properties in 122 countries. The hotel operator finds the key to staying competitive is data analytics that provides information on things like the type of jobs customers and their family members hold, or even the kind of jeans they buy. Data analytics also allows the company to identify certain types of customers, such as those into fitness and wellness, or those who like to be immersed in unfamiliar culture, and then promote the properties and amenities that fit their interest. Mind you, they are going through everything of yours, which the jeans you're buying, what are your trends, what are fitness regimes and all. So everything is taken care of, and they come up with a solution. So Marriott is another big name in real-time systems where they are making use of it. Needless to say, if Netflix is there, Amazon would be there. So sometimes seems that Amazon knows you better than you know yourself when it makes buying recommendations. But those targeted messages are the result of data analytics that lets you, retailing giant, know how, when you make your purchases, how you rate them, and what are customers in the similar buying habits are purchasing. So these are the kinds of habits that they learn from your past experiences. You go to the internet, you buy something, and they're constantly watching. So this is Amazon. So these are success stories. Just 5 more minutes, and just take you across to, just a moment. I just tell you how you will and once I pass my code, you would be just loading those codes in like this. So this is introduction to pandas.ipynb. This is the extension of the files that I'll be sending you. So all those files will be having the extension .ipynb, and there you will be having very small code and small agriculture and the small data set that you will be updated. It will automatically update, and it will automatically upload. So if you type on your Google, if you type colab.research.google.com, the screen will come up, and there you can upload the notebook that is sent you. And then you can just try and run that from your monitor. You don't need to load anything, no Jupyter, no Anaconda, nothing. Everything automatically comes online under colabresearch.google.com. And it's a wonderful feel now that has come across, and I'm making use of it. I'll send it to you through Brijesh sir. I'll send all those snippets to you. Only 7 or 8 snippets plus a small data set, and just execute that and you'll find what analytics we were talking about. So thank you very much. If you have any question, I'll be very happy to answer. I'll just look into the chat box if there is any question in the. Yeah, Christian Monsar, yes, or Apple autonomous car is also in final stages, and more or less it's about to hit the market.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Just a moment, if you give me, just let me just close these and come back to this. Just a moment, sir. Yes, sir. Just a moment. Let me go.